know the British system and selectors to be wrong. The event, the 800 metres, the commentator is Ron Pickering.
Tremendous reception for the Olympic champion. An 800 metres of extraordinary significance. Neither money nor Grand Prix points are important. Really, this is a race about fitness, about pride, dignity, perhaps a little anger, pedigree, as well as some unanswered questions. Wearing 74, just in front, is Moussa Fall of Senegal. Tom McKean just inside. So the full lineup is Holger Butcher of West Germany drawn on the inside, who is a possible pacemaker. Then we've got Sebastian Coe. Oh, Groudon's gone back to lane 2. Sebastian Coe's moved out to 3. Outside him is Tom McKean in 4. Moussa Fall of Senegal in 5. Diodone Quezera of Burundi in lane 6. Big Tony Morel of Great Britain, Wolverhampton and Wilson in 7. And Labi of Morocco in lane 8. Away they go. A lot of tension in the stadium. Tony Morel in this, Tom McKean, he's got questions to answer as well. Quezera cutting in, and going wide is Tony Morel. And Sebastian Coe right at the back and happy to stay there. Tom McKean sorting himself out a little ground, and going through in the red, we've got Moussa Fall. 25.75 at 200 metres, and it's not particularly fast. Seb has now moved to the outside of Tom McKean's shoulder. Looking quite relaxed in red is Moussa Fall, and the pace not particularly fast. But one senses there's a tremendous drama going on there. Quezera goes up on the outside. That's the Burundi athlete who holds their records at 800 and 1500. It's slow. It's 54.74 at 400 metres. But still, Sebastian Coe can answer an awful lot of questions. And Tom McKean knows it as he watches and has got to come off pace and really show that he's got real finishing pace. Quezera leads them around. Coe leads past McKean. McKean barges through. The former hod carrier showing his strength. Quezera holds the inside again. Coe moves up. Moussa Fall is in there. Labi and Morel try to make a stretch for it. Coe is still second as Tom McKean strikes for home. The Scot, who really wants a fast time, is going. Coe is after him. Quezera, then Fall, then Labi, then Morel, and Tom McKean's opening up a gap. And Coe begins to switch into another gear. And the crowd are rising for him, but he hasn't got real pace. And McKean has answered his critics. And Seb Coe gets home in a slow time. The winner, Tom McKean, 1:47.62. And Tom McKean looks behind him to see what was happening. And it was a good day for him, although the time will not satisfy his coach, Tommy Boyle. For Sebastian Coe, well, there were good people behind him, but Tom McKean was in front of him.
Must be said, Tom McKean did his stuff there and justified his place in the Olympic team. Equally, it must be said that Sebastian Coe, after no racing at all and all sorts of trouble, looked more like himself tonight. Slow race. He actually runs better off a fast pace. He nearly had to strike there on McKean, but he never got to him. But nevertheless, after so little racing, it wasn't a bad run.
And he's beaten Quezera here, who has run 1:45.53 this season, and he ran 25.1 for the last 200 metres. He's beaten Moussa Fall, who's run 1:44.06 this year, and he's beaten Groudon and beating well, who's run 1:44.1 this year. So in the rain and in the wind and against McKean, with all sorts of problems hanging over him, Sebastian Coe is only fronted by Tom McKean on this occasion.
And of course, there's a lot of pressure there on Sebastian Coe, but one must respect the pressure too placed on Tom McKean, whose Olympic place has been decided, but he was out here tonight to justify it, and justify it he did.
That's a good-looking Tom McKean, knees high, he's up on his toes, and you can always tell when McKean's on his toes. He really does have a shoulder slump when things are not going well, as they didn't go well in the Rome World Championships. And Sebastian Coe, well, there are signs that he's on his way back, and I'm sure he will be back, but not the perfection that we're used to. And winning that and doubled his points here, finished in the final standings with 48 points and collected for himself $10,000. The result, let me confirm, Tom McKean the winner, 1:47.60. Sebastian Coe in second, 1:47.87. Then Diodone Quizero of Burundi, 148.25, with Tony Morel in fifth, 148.68.